When it comes to manifestation and understanding your nature as a creator of your universe, there are two common things that come up for many of us when it comes to these self-imposed obstacles by way of the limiting beliefs that you may have. Now, these two things come up for pretty much everybody to some degree. One of them is your doubt, your ability to actually think less of your skill set, less of what it is that you actually can achieve and do. And it is because mainly you're not living into the reality and the understanding that you are infinite and you are an expression of the divinity that you hold so high above you, that you are in fact not recognizing that you are one with that infinite intelligence that you look to for guidance and support. When you understand that you are one with that, it actually takes away from all the doubt. But the doubt comes from the programs that were given to you as you grew up and the experiences that you had, the trauma that you've experienced. And this leads you to feel that you don't have the ability to achieve something that was inspired upon you to actually achieve. Now, first off, when we think about the inspiration of an idea, when we think about your passions and the things that you love doing, those things in itself should be evidence for you to recognize that you are meant to actually do those things, because those things are not going to be inspired upon you if they're not meant for you. You see, just like a carpenter is not inspired to be a basketball player, right? Or a basketball player is not inspired with ideas of carpentry, because those two things are just not in their own realm. They're not in their concept of life. They're not for that individual to actually achieve and manifest. So therefore, to give them that idea, to have that idea would make no sense. So as you think about that for yourself, realize and recognize that the ideas that you have are meant for you to achieve and only you to achieve. Yeah, many people can achieve things within that category, right? Things within that realm, things within that industry, maybe, right? That business, right? People have maybe written multiple books on that topic, whatever it is that you wish you are inspired to do, but nothing and no one will do it like you do. And this is what makes the journey so special, is that you actually have something unique to offer to the universe, to the world, to other people. And so as you recognize this, then it begins to dissolve. It begins to take away any doubt in your ability to actually manifest and materialize that which you have decided to materialize. Doubt comes from your inability to see the truth as to who you are. And when you are in a space of doubt, it is because there is a disconnection between you and that which is your purpose, right? In you acknowledging that you are connected with God or infinite source. Because once you recognize that you are connected with that cannot fail and that which does not make mistakes, then you recognize that you cannot make mistakes and you cannot fail. It's just simply a process of going forward, continuing to be in a place of joy, happiness, and being in the present moment. And that will pull away all of the doubt through the course of you continuing to take this conscious journey. Now, another obstacle that many people face is impatience. Impatience is one of those things that constantly nags at us because we are constantly worried about either the past, but in this case, the future. We are constantly wanting to materialize something fast. We want it right now. And though it can be a challenge because as you are living in your reality, in your mind, in your consciousness, that you have already achieved it, and now you are just simply waiting for the universe or waiting for this physical realm to keep up or catch up with your consciousness and the way you are envisioning and imagining you already being in that reality. It takes a level of patience in the understanding that the universe, that this realm, right, is a little bit slower. It's a little bit delayed than your own mind. And many times that plays a factor in your ability to just allow, right? It plays a factor in your ability to surrender and just be in the flow of the understanding that though you are the creator of your own universe, there are infinite universes happening simultaneously that actually play a role and play a part in your materialization of the thing that you have decided. So you must understand that this process is a symphony, so to speak. You are, though, creating your reality, recognize that other people and other things significantly play a role in that creation. They somewhat have their role to play when it comes to the creation of that which you want. And so this is why you have to be patient, because when you move from a place of understanding and from a place of certainty and being clear as to what it is that you have created in your mind, in your consciousness, in your way of being, then you have to allow for the universe to basically line up to you, to align with you. All right. Just like you have to think about all the different aspects of who you are and all of the different layers of who you are, from your ego to your conscious mind, subconscious mind, superconscious mind, right? And higher self. You also have to recognize that the outside universe, right? The world around you is also a part of that. And you have to make sure that all those things align within yourself, but then also the things around you, other people's universe, also align to a certain degree to what it is that you are creating, right? Remember that you are the lead. So though it may take others time, don't think that you have to rely on these other people or other entities or your surrounding environment to, create the thing that you have decided. You have to focus on you, and that clarity and that direction and focus will inevitably just attract the right people to you. And sometimes the right people have to be in alignment themselves in order to feel that attraction. And when they feel that attraction, they come to you in a time that is good for them as well. And you have to allow for that. You have to be flexible and let that basically happen for them in order to support you, right? So you have to recognize that these two things, the self-doubt that you experience is a result of you simply not acknowledging who you are and that you are in connection, in oneness with that infinite source that makes no mistakes, right? Also recognizing that you have been in situations before where you may have thought you weren't able to do something, but yet you accomplished it anyway. So you can also use that as a means of evidence that just because you haven't done something before doesn't mean that you cannot do it. And if you have gone through that process, then this process is no different. The second thing is also being impatient, recognizing that there needs to be a consideration of the realm, this physical realm that we live in. Things function in some kind of time frame. Though in our minds and our spirits, time really doesn't exist. It does exist on a very minute micro level. And you have to account for that sometimes. You also have to account for the symphony that's happening, the synchronicity of yourself, other people, and the environment around you. So that way, when all those things align properly, then the thing by which you have decided to materialize and manifest actually is materialized. Thank you so much. Feel free, visit drabundant.com, download this book, The Power Within. Also get access to my free daily newsletter. Continue to join me on this journey. Peace and abundance always.